I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stop. Standing on my money.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Now inside the 25. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 176, moving him past Emmitt Smith and into second place all time. And the Colts put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Colt defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Holding them to 13 was pretty good. But this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. And now his first throw of the night is hauled in. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ready.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-20. He's got a man, complete, touchdown. Pierce, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. You look at this Colt defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
.39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warriors 70.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Mustang 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
From left side, complete. That's Morrow. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jackson now. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Come on.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Here we go, Jack. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now it's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs there to make the grab. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. It's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come 19! Come 19!
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fights loose. It'll be a 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Richardson to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now a timeout signaled for. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Now Lamar changing the look. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll throw on 1st down to Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throw left side complete. That's Morrow. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Now Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Richardson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
Here we go. Sack.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 73 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24.
31, Lions 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
At the 39-yard line.
On the set.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Richardson looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Now this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD, but of course that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hurry, hurry.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
On 1st down, Richardson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Go.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Dances by him, gets through, and now an opening. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
3rd and 4.
Hey, smash Broncos! Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Richardson working from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And another negative play there as they stop him again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. But if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think they're